Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, everybody stayed safe during the large move up this morning. Hopefully, you have your stop losses in place. Come on. Let me just get a few things set up and we should be good to go, guys. Just want to make sure volume's working good. Mm. All right. I had to turn that down so I could check volume. Didn't sound as loud. Give me a minute. Yeah, I have volume turned all the way up. Not sure why my volume don't sound as loud. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let me check my other stream and see how loud the volume is on that one, because yeah, I think volume's a little bit better on this one. Yeah, I know. Insane this morning, Fish Lips. For some reason, I don't feel like my volume's very high this morning. Not really sure what's going on with that. Oh, it's good. Okay. I wasn't sure. It could be on my end. I'm just not positive. Yeah, I know that was an insane candle, man. I feel like the price actions is going to be insane this morning. I think it's going to almost having that feel of last April, where we were just getting like 100-point candles out of nowhere. So, yeah. So I don't even know. I mean, I feel like we're going down today. I mean, I feel like this is just kind of a lower high for us to possibly move lower here at the opening. But I don't know if I want to be on the side of on the side of the ricochet. That's what scares me. It's not necessarily the getting in the short. It's the coming back up what scares you. So that's what you got to be careful with today is the wicks. The wicks will destroy you. Like, it doesn't feel like we have very big moves, but like, for instance, look at this wick here. Like, it's what, freaking, 80 down to 25. I mean, a 50-point wick. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It's a 50-point wick. It's that we had this last year during last April when we were having all those tariff talks. I don't know if you're new to trading, but last April was insane. No setups were working. Yeah, I mean, if you went in with one mini or over leverage at all, I mean, you could pop your account within just seconds because of the size of these moves. So that's what you got to be very careful of today. I would not buy breakout candles if you want to stay safe. To me, that's what will get you the most, is you're thinking that we're having a big breakout. The next thing you know, we got like a 200-point wick to the down or upside, and all you can do is sit there and watch it. So it's just going to make the structure of the market look really horrible today. Try to trade off new candles if you can, or, go in one micro and see to make sure you're going in the right direction, then maybe add to it. That's a possibility that I may do today, is just going with 1-2 micros max and just add to the position. So, going to be careful today. I figure I did really good trying to survive last week with my funded accounts. We did not blow up any funded accounts last week, so we want to continue that streak. I don't want to get any deeper in the hole because, like I said, I think we're still $800 away from another $1,000 payout, and I do not want to mess that up on one day of trading. That's, to me, always, my key is to always try to keep my funded account safe. I do trade a little aggressive on the evals here and there, but I usually let you guys know so that you're not taking those on your funded accounts, because I don't want nobody to risk their funded accounts, especially watching me trade evals. And if you're trading a little bit on the pricier side of your funded accounts, so if you're buying those pricey funded accounts, same ordeal. If it's one of those deals where you pay all your money up front, you almost have to treat those like funded accounts whenever you're buying those more expensive evals up front. So you want to treat those like fundeds, where, whenever I say I'm trading evals, most of the time we're trading like $15, $20 accounts. Still money, but it's not like, where if you're paying that more money up front of the, 70 to 120, depending on what size account you're trading with. So, I don't know if we have any more news today. I think we're just going to be dealing with the consequences of this crazy candle here. So, apparently that was it had something to do with some of the news going on in Iran this morning. So I think that's what I heard from someone talking about. It's kind of a Iran candle. So protect yourself. Did you have a good weekend, Fish Lips? What do you think? If we can get through 500s, I don't see anything holding us up to the move to the downside. You could get a quick bounce here off the 500s, but that's the only thing I'm seeing really hold us up. Past the 80s here, get past this first little pullback here. Past this, I don't see anything really holding us up. I mean, you're looking at a 200-point drop this morning, maybe more, if we retrace this whole move, which is very, very possible because we got the previous day low. So very, very possible to retrace this whole move. Yeah, man, we had a good warm weekend. Then it went back to the 40s this morning. I walked outside. I'm like, what the crap? Because springtime's my favorite, man. I like it when it's like 60 and 70 degrees. I think it did get up into the 80s on Saturday or Sunday, but I prefer the 60s and 70s. But, man, getting that 40s in the mornings is crappy. Yeah, it's 42 right at the moment. Then by this Saturday, it's supposed to be almost freezing down to 32. Like, just crazy, crazy weather here, man. It's just insane the way our weather swings here. That is, that's pretty mind-boggling. That's 107 degrees there. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Ooh. I think our high today is 64. So nice, cool, nice mild day today. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much last week, man, was a red week on the fundeds. Let's see. We're down, I want to say, at least $200 on our 125K. We're back down to 25,495. Our 50K is pretty much almost break even. It's at 52,762. And the other Beulah Knox funded, we're trading sitting at 25,437. So we've been just any day that the price action is kind of weary. I don't trade those other two fundeds. I'll just go to that third one. Elusive, I would have to, let me log on to my Elusive. Let me log on to Elusive real quick and see where we're at on Elusive. Fish Lips, do you still got your Elusive accounts? I mean, I still got the same eval. It's sitting at 25,668. So we're still about halfway from passing that. We still need about another $600 to pass that Elusive to get another Elusive funded, because we blew our Elusive funded a couple weeks ago. And I haven't really been like pushing it hard. I've been just kind of grinding because those Elusives, they're like 60, 70 bucks. So they're those are the more pricier ones that I was kind of talking about, where, you really don't want to be over being, you just can't seem to keep them. I'm doing pretty good to keep it, man. It's just, I've been just taking my time with it. I haven't really been pushing it. That's kind of where I went back and, I was saying, like, those are a little bit more pricier evals. So I try to treat it like a funded account. All right, guys, we got about 3.5 minutes before the market opens. So today is going to be, like I said, just try to protect yourself this morning. I might even switch over to 10 points on my fundeds just so that I know I get like a quick 10 points. And if I can even just get 50 to 100 bucks, I'd be even happy with that. So, and like I said, same risk, $120 risk. I'm hoping. So be careful, guys. What sucks about that 900 point move that there's a lot of people sitting in that short without a stop loss. That's the people that really got hammered this morning. No one expects a 900 point move. So somebody was in that short with a 900 point sell off this morning. Two minutes. Please be careful today. I can see us pushing down to, like I said, we lose that pivot. We're probably going down to at least the 400s. You're thinking maybe a sweep, then a dump, kind of like a push back up above, like back up to the previous day high here, then just the bottom fall out. Yeah, if we get through this 500s, man, I don't see nothing holding us up, man. I mean, there's nothing holding us up all the way until like the 350s. Get down to the 350s, then maybe we get a little resistance, but man, or even down at the 425s, it could just be a straight dump fest of 200 points here. Got 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left. Like I said, protect your accounts today. $40 seconds left. 40 seconds. We might not even get a pullback, guys. It could just be straight down here. I mean, like I can see us definitely going all the way to 444, 400s, 370. I mean, there's just 250s the next pivot down. All we can do is sit here and watch, guys. You can't really do much with this without some kind of pullback here. There's your pivot. Well, we didn't get the crazy, insane dump like we were expecting. Nice pivot bounce. Not too wildly crazy. So there's a nasty, nasty wick. Wow. Yep. The wicks are nasty, man. I mean, that's a freaking 50-point wick. Kind of bouncing into this pivot area here at the 500s. A little retest of the pivot here. I wouldn't mind seeing us retest the 15 minutes here. Kind of you wait until we get a new candle print. Still got about a minute 30 seconds left. Wow, what a crazy like moderate opening here. I was expecting like an insane dump. Oh. We got 40 seconds left on this for a new 5-minute candle. Ten seconds left, guys. Not the best looking 5-minute candle, let me tell you. Almost feel like we need that pullback back into that 15-minute range. Like I said, I feel like before us to dump, we almost need the pullback back into like the 550s, the 570s, 80s. I guess everybody made their money on that 1,000-point candle, so they just took the rest of the day off. It's kind of what it feels like. But so far, very, very mild open, guys. Ah, shoot, I forgot to hit my. Yeah, there comes the retest of the 15 minutes. Wasn't quite the 15 minutes, but it was the, if you look at it, it was almost the 50% of the previously hourly candle, or, this hourly candle. Let me pull See where the 50% of this candle is sitting at, what, 600s? Just kind of want to mark out the 50% there. Hopefully no one's trapped in a trade right now, guys. This market's we had the crazy movement this morning, and now we're just kind of sitting here mildly. I mean, they're still fairly big moves. The candles are just pretty good size. I mean, you're looking at freaking 50 point something candles. So there's the 15-minute retest. This next candle is where you'd like to see us kind of dump down here. But that's also a 120 point 15-minute candle. $30 seconds left. 30 seconds for a new 5-minute candle, pushing up into the 15-minute pullback. So this is a setup that I do like. I mean, we got a newer high, we got a newer low. So you want to see this next candle. This is the same setup we had Friday before it just dumped. But it's hard to really just jump in short here because of where your stop loss would have to be. Sorry about the phone. Like I said, that's a kind of bouncing off that pivot there. You need to get below the pivot. Runner got stopped out. Dang it. I was hoping for a big push right there. I didn't take any profit. It was pretty much a break-even trade. We just got the quick 10 points, then our stop loss. What is that? Almost 70, 30, 70. Goodness. Today's going to be one of those quick 10-point type trades where I just want to hit the quick 10 points and see what kind of banger runner we can hop in. But it's the wick action you guys have to be super careful on today. Fish Lips, have you been taking the bounces off the whole numbers? All right, we still got a minute, 20 seconds left on this candle. We got about 50 seconds left, guys. So we're just going to kind of wait and see what happens with this next 5-minute candle. I still like the move to the downside, but if we start getting through the 50% of this candle, and the only thing about the long up there that you got to be careful with is that previous day high sitting up there at the 660s. $20 seconds left, guys. 20 seconds left. Even with the 20-point stop loss, guys, it's not going to be a lot of room. I mean, you almost have to catch it on momentum here. Shoot. I thought I called it. I might have missed it. I missed it. All right. Ah, dang it. All right. Done with that account for the day. That was 130 on that loss within like seconds. That's kind of what I was saying about the 20 seconds. I thought once it got below that pivot, we would hold. All right, like I said, we're going to be red on that account. Man. Like I said, even a 20-point stop loss is nothing here, guys. It just ripped. It just kind of ripped my face off on a 20-minute, like a 20-point stop loss, like super, super quick. Yeah, we entered right at 500. I think it already ripped back 60 points. We are building like a nice little 5-minute trend line here. So hopefully, whenever we do break to the downside, it'll be like this big move, kind of like this right here. How's everybody else's morning going so far? Is everybody having an okay morning? Like I said, I still think we move to the downside. I think this is just going to be a consolidation here because we're just keep making all these higher lows. So I think eventually in a minute we're going to probably get the break to the downside. I think it'll look something like this where you just get the one big boner candle to the downside. The 50% of this total move to the backside is sitting up there around the 600. So this would be 50% of the 15-minute candle. So we are starting out the day on the red side. That was the second trade of the day. The first one was kind of a break even. The second one was a red. It hit our 20 points within like seconds, guys. Like 20 points right now is not even really a big of a stop loss. It's just popping so quick. Here's the 50% of the total pullback. Is there anybody in a short or long right now? Is everybody just kind of sitting on the sideline? Yeah, that was what, 100 point 15-minute candle from that 8 to 8:15. We moved down 100 points. I want to see this candle here come down here, print, then the second one come to print below our trend line and below the pivot. That's what we would like to see. Oh no, I had no idea. I just logged on and saw that long this morning, but no, negative on that long. I wouldn't even touch that. I try to stay away from the market, pre-market. But man, I know there's probably some folks with no stop losses that probably got caught in that thing. You know, they were in short, riding that short all the way down, and it just went straight up 1,000 points. Uh, Jeff, I'm not sure if there's a crypto coin on Coinbase that follows silver. Better risk to be long. The only thing about the longs that you have to be careful with here is pushing up into the previous day high there at the 60s. Maybe if we get a print above the previous day high, we can maybe look for a trade off that previous day high. Maybe they're trying to give everybody an opportunity to get out of this thing, whoever was stuck in their longs. Oh, okay. You're not long from here. I'm short. Yeah, I like the shorts a little better myself. I like this little 5-minute trend line that we're building up here. So I thought maybe we would get back below the 500s. We're just going to sit on our hands. It's just crazy movement. I'd rather just, even if we don't take any more funded trades and I just walk away with my little red, I'll be okay with that. So we'll be okay with our red today. That was pretty much the 50% pullback there. Right there at the 50%, a little below it. You only trade cash? Oh, nice. Oh, no, we trade prop firms. Yeah, I'm in Central Time, so it's 8:56 where I'm at. Downey. No, right now we're trading with Bulinox, Elusive, and my funded futures. But right now we are red on our funded account. We tried that short below that pivot a while ago, and we got stopped out pretty quick for 20 points. That was the second trade. The first one was a break. First one was a break-even trade, and we thought we would try shorting that again. So it's kind of a one and done when I'm trading the funded. So it's either going to be a winner. I don't know. I did take 2 trades on it today, but I thought we were going to continue down once we broke this pivot a while ago. No, it'd be nice one day to get to the cash account. You know, trade small on a cash account, like 1-2 micros or something. I feel like I've gotten to the point where I'm usually pretty good about being strict with my trading, so I think I can handle a cash account if if we shot for the 100 to 120 a day. Then if we lost it, don't take any trades at all. So I think we could do actually fairly good with it. We just haven't started it. Evals, one we still need 600s, and the other one we probably still need another 1,500. Still a little bit. Now I can go aggressive with it, then then that just takes a chance of me losing a lot. I'm hoping the next eval we can pass is my elusive eval. That's the one that we got to make $1,200 in. We're up the 658 in that elusive account, or 668, and that's the one we would like to try to get past. Then, like I said, we're red on the fundeds today. I do get on at 8 o'clock most days, or like Central Time. So I guess that would be 8 o'clock Eastern Time. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, wait, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. No, I don't usually do pre-market because it seems like anytime that I've tried playing pre-market, man, I just don't do that good. I just get myself burned during pre-market. Then I'll be trying to get it back, and I'm in a worse position. So now instead of needing $800, we're back to needing $975 to get to $1,000 payout, guys. So it's been a rough I want to say for the last week, I've had a rough going, guys. Like, I've been just trying to survive over here, like, as far as my funded accounts go. It's just a lot of back and forth lately. Is that what you do, Downey? Is you trade the early mornings, like at 7 o'clock in the morning? So what you have to be careful of, guys, is it's the wicks that it's going to wreck you. I mean, you think we push down to what, 70 or so, then we wick back up 20, 30 points. It's the wicks that are going to get you. It's the where it's just whipping. It's just crazy. Yeah, this morning was pretty insane. You don't usually see this a lot pre-market. I mean, we were having like 100-point dumps out of nowhere. I mean, you don't ever get this type of movement pre-market. Very, very rarely that I ever see it. I mean, how often do we see a 900-point 5-minute candle? That's just insane to me. I was expecting it to be a little bit more volatile today, but we hadn't been there yet. I would prefer to see the shorts. I mean, I only say that because I don't want to long up into that previous day high up there at 660. Woo, you trade crude oil? Holy goodness, man. Crude oil is insane. That crude oil has been, I've heard it's been like what silver was a few months ago, man. It's just crazy what oil's doing now. For me to take long, guys, we would have to be back above the 460s. That'd be the only way a long would be doable for me. Without it being back above 460s, we can't take a long. I gotta be above the previous day high, and be above this pivot here. So I'd like to see us kind of print, then kind of pull back into the 50s, like hit that 75, hit the 80, come back, retest the previous day high, then go. We have whatever, like, I guess you can kind of consider this a data wick up there at 750. So that would give you a nice, a nice area to look for the longs if we can print above the previous day high. But I don't know if we get down there. I was kind of hoping that we would just kind of push down today. If I had to pick a direction, just kind of push back to the downside. If we get through what the 40s here, maybe we can make a push down to what 475, 470 area. Yeah, I haven't really been doing a lot of Sunday trading lately. I've been staying away from the Sunday trading. Even though I think that's sometimes some of the better price action. All right. 13 seconds left. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle. Do we break back out of the 15-minute range here at the, what, 550s? Kind of where you see this 1 hour 50% move. There comes the, this is kind of like the 5-minute breakout here. So after kind of building all this 5-minute trend line. $260 is my target on the NQ. Looking for 260. Man, that'd be... I wish I could get in a trade and target those 260s down there, but... we're just trying to be a little on the cautious side, guys. Just because the whipping is so massive right now. And I use most of the time a 20-point stop loss. It's almost like you're going to have like a 30, 40-point stop loss. And that's pretty big for my funded accounts. I'm having that like April feeling of last year where you had to have like a 40, 50-point stop loss to even take a freaking trade. Yeah, this is very nasty price action, man. This price action will just eat your lunch if you're over leveraged. I mean, you're going to have a massive stop loss. It's almost like if you're going in like super heavy with minis or something, it's almost like every trade's a full port trade. That's what it feels like. I guess it's almost like you just go both ways. Heck, you can almost pass on both sides from the pullbacks. So... oh my goodness. We're okay with sitting on the sidelines, guys. So we're not trying to do any more damage to our funded accounts. Yeah, that the DEF 25 vibes. Dude, last April, I don't know if you remember last April, man. I remember the price action being, it was almost untradeable last April where the wicks were like 100-point 5-minute candles going up both sides, back and forth. Like, it was just insane. I figured we gave it one good world, but of trade this morning. Dude, look at this hourly candle. So this is kind of like a 4-hour candle with a big wick on it. So this would be your 4-hour low here, back down at 339, and this would be your new 4-minute high on the previous 4-minute or 4-hour candle. So I almost feel like we need to run one side or the other of this 4 hour candle. Then maybe you'll get the big move back to the upside. But there's no reason to do anything stupid to mess up our accounts this morning. Like I said, we're just kind of sticking to. I think we go back to under 24,000 NQ and we might start seeing some panic selling. Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, I guess we did kind of sweep under those 24,000s overnight, huh? Let's go long. But it's half the price goes under the big green candle. I know. I was thinking that we would get a lot. I mean, I would think we would get a lot more like just one big move in like one direction or the other. But this is insane. Like, I just feel like this is the kind of choppy price action that'll just ruin your day. So like I said, have a stop loss, kind of do the best risk management you can today. Like I said, with my risk management, we try to keep it under $120, $130 per loss. This way, if we do take the loss, put the account away, then move on to the next account or come back tomorrow. People are going to. Are you talking about if we dump back down to the under the 24,000s? Mm. I'm honest with you, man. I don't care which way it goes. I just want it to be somewhat moderate, clean price action. I don't know. Maybe we excuse me. Maybe we rerun this 4 hour candle, kind of push up into the 8 to 900s, then come back down. I could see something like that. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're pretty much just kind of sitting on the sidelines at the moment. We've had movement, but it's very tough movement to find entries in. So we're just kind of just sitting on the sidelines. The only way I like the long, like I said, is push above the previous day high at the 460s, 450s. What's up, Java? How are you doing today? Did you get burned on the price action this morning, Java? Yeah, we tried two funded trades this morning. The first one was a break even. The second one we got stopped out on. So it's a red day for us so far. So it was for a 20-point loss because, like I said, we just risked 20 points. Ugh. I was really hoping this week would be so much better, man. I thought we would come into the day, the price action would be kind of like a normal Monday price action where, even though we would just get some better looking moves, man, it's just, this stuff just sucks. We got to rip through the previous day high here. Then, like I said, print above the previous day high. We got this 4-hour candle that we can run up here. Is there anybody in a long or short right now that's kind of just trapped there and having a hard time getting out, or you're sitting through a lot of drawdown, or holding your losers, or what? Just out of curiosity, I know a lot of people hold losers sometimes. I do it sometimes on evals. All right, 10 seconds left. Right now, we're back at the previous day open at 629. You're short from 610. Okay, nice. What's your target you're looking for, Butt? Oh, that's right. You said that a while ago. You're looking for the 260s. I never long up into the previous day high, man. That's just asking for it there. Got to be careful when you're longing up into that previous day high. You can see we kind of hit it once already where we pulled back, ran into the previous day high, but couldn't get through. Heck yeah, dude. That's pretty good. I was hoping for a short as soon as we got back below the 500s a while ago. We still haven't broke out of our 15-minute range from 9 to 9:15. The top of that range is sitting at 440s. So we're still just kind of hovering around that area. Oh. So if you're joining us, like I said, we are red today, 131, and that'll be the only trade we take on that funded account. We will try another funded trade if we get a setup, but as right now, we're just kind of sitting on our hands. So be careful. Excuse me. Be careful trading up into that previous day high and also at pivot sitting up there at the 60s. There's the 15 minutes. Kind of peekabooing off the top of it there. To me, this just looks like a big old bull flag on the 5 minutes, and it's just waiting. What's up, man? Yeah, I took a little loss this morning too, Knicks for 120, 131. So that puts us back to still needing $1,000 for payout. This price action is very tough today, Nick. Especially if you're going in, super, if you're going in, what is it, over leverage a little bit. Any over leverage today will just be just be horrible to go in and over leveraged. I mean, heck, just one mini, we're already up 140 points off that previous the previous swing. Back to the 450s, we're already up 100 and freaking 40 points. It's just crazy price action today, man. Whenever price actions like this, I just, like I said, just kind of call those survival days, man. You just got to survive without doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I was hoping for that second push after pushing up into that 15 minutes. I got caught on this candle because I didn't wait for a print. So that's the reason why I say sometimes wait on a print. So that cost me not waiting on a print of this candle here. But it was kind of like a little bit of FOMO because I thought we were going to blast here. And we pretty much just hit what 460s or 70s and just reversed like crazy. Now, this could easily be the high up here around this previous day high for us to sell back down. Remember, don't long into that 460s, guys. You're safer to wait to print on the other side of that 460s. Even if it goes, it's still safer to wait to print on the other side of that 460s. Oh, you surprised it didn't hit that swing high up there? I mean, I will look for a swing high play here if we can print above this stuff with a retest. And it would have to be some kind of retest, guys. So we are trying to break above the previous day high. You do have what this is kind of considered a data wick. I would consider this a data wick sitting up there at 760s. You would think this 4-hour candle would want to run this previous 4-hour candle. Got a minute left on this candle. There's your first 90 hit. Like I said, you want to see a retest of this area, guys, if you want to be safe. You brought your average up to 620. Nice, but if we lose that pivot, I'll close this trade. I don't want it to lose that pivot here. And I hate that it's not going, so okay. Let me get out of that real quick. Whew. Got to get back above the pivot here. If it doesn't hold that previous day high, guys, it could be a long ways back to the downside. Whew. Dude, that pivot ended up being a high right there. Man, what is it? Behold, this could be the sell right here, man. It couldn't get back above that previous day high and find support. Yeah, that was $80 on that last one. Kind of feeling a 570 type pullback here. Got 50 seconds left for a new candle. We're trying to hold off for a new 5-minute candle here. Man, I feel like at least 571s. I was hoping to at least get one more 600 push here. All right, runner got stopped out there. Are you the owner? Oh no, we're not the owner of Elusive, man. I have no idea who owns Elusive. That's just a prop firm company size. All right, just could not get the push down. We did get our first initial 10 points, but after that, it kind of got stuck. Remember, we are at the previous day high. You got to be careful around the previous day high. It's always like very, very tricky price action. Oh, that's a good one. All right, we got 35 seconds left here. I was kind of looking for it pushed down to those 575s. I know, we're just not getting very clean candles, man. That I don't know, Nick. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait for a new 5 minute candle here, guys. Like I said, there's just no way. Oh, there's like peace talks rumored. Okay. Look at this thing just faking people out. I like the short down to 575. That's what we were trying to get into a while ago. You still got about 3 minutes left on this candle, so I feel like the safer bet is to wait for this next 5 minute candle to print. Yeah, the manipulation has been insane today, guys. I mean, this stuff's like I said. So we're red on 130 on one account and 51 on the other. What time is it? 10:40. Man. Minute 30 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. We're at this kind of like this 5 minute trend line build up here to the downside. I try to just wait for new 5 minute candles to print, but if I'm looking for some type of like resistance or area, I try not to jump in on 5 minute candles because most of the time it burns me. That's how we took our loss last time. We jumped in on a 5 minute candle before it printed, and it cost me. I mean, that's pretty much how I took this loss here because I got short as it was busting through here or here, then the next candle got stopped out. And we got 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. See, it's always going to be another nasty candle because we're already about to have a new print, but man, that doesn't look good at all. So it's hard to kind of take it on this too. Because anytime, a lot of times you get these little 3 minutes of 5-minute candles, sometimes you'll have the little break to the upside. I think what 570s, 565 is kind of the downside here. It's now or never. Well, at least you're up a little bit. You said your average was at that 620. We're just trying to jump in for a 10-pointer, then see if we can get our runner. Very good short scalp here. I know I kind of feel like we possibly go down to at least the 475s, 460s before we get some kind of bounce here. I would think that we would want to push down to like 475. Yeah, it's pretty wild catching that many points, man. So that would have been 600. So you would think this would be the push here since we hit the whole number, hit the 25, then most of the time you almost want to wait till you hit the 90. Well, I guess that was 95. That's normal. Hit the 95, bounce back up to the 10. Then you want to see the 10 hold for a push back through the 600. Or not. Got 40 seconds left for a new 5-minute candle. Did we get a nice print under the 600s here? Goodness. Yeah, that would be nice. Uh, should be like a 75 bounce here. There's a 70, whatever. What did it hit at? 77. Didn't quite get to that 75, but. Where's the price? Where's that level at? Fish lips. That 77, 75 area. $570. Okay. Hmm. Kind of getting a break here. Dude, I missed my fucking take profit by like a point. Shit. That was so dirty. That was dirty. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. That was the 50, back to the 25. I was just trying to snag 10 points up to the 50. That thing came like within like a point. Just trying to snag 10 points to the 50. Oh, goodness. You kind of want to see the 25 area hold, kind of make another push up to the 50s. I was at break even, like by a point. I was just right under the 40, Joel. All right, we're about 30 seconds away from a new 5-minute candle. I thought we would maybe make another run up to this to sweep this candle here, or even to the top side. We had that 4-hour high up there. Wow, this thing just just did the dirty. Holy goodness. Holy goodness, this thing is and wow today. Just watch out for the 78 to like 60 level. Oh my goodness. This has been an insane morning so far, guys. It's so hard for me to short into that area, guys. That's why we're not. It's not that I don't like the shorts to the downside. I just don't want to short into like the 60s and 70s. You're going to add at the 690. Got to sit here and just be a little bit more patient again. I was hoping that last candle would be kind of like a breakout candle. Um, that was also like a, well, no, I guess that wasn't an inside bar candle. This candle was kind of setting up to be an inside bar. It says my cholesterol is through the roof. My emotions are in check. Nice. Oh goodness, that's a good one. Like that one, but yeah, just try to keep your losses as small as can today, guys. Like I said, we are in the red, 130 and 72. Yeah, we're kind of setting up for a little inside bar here. Oh shoot. Fish lips, was that to the little wizard guy with the little nice Jay? Nice on the 70, just being up 73 bucks today is good. Shoot. Patience. Patience. Nothing's wrong with the long. Oh, wait, nothing's wrong with that. Oh yeah. Green's green, man. I may have one more trade. We're trading the one funded account that we don't have a lot of profit in, so that's why we're taking a little bit more on that one. I think we have like 350 in profit on that one, so that's why we're trading this one a little bit more. All right, 15 seconds for a new candle. This is a, I guess, call it a 5-minute inside bar for anybody that likes to trade the 5-minute inside bar. I don't know if this is the first one or not. Let's see. The downside looks a little bit more scarier to me than oh man, EMAs are just so flat on the. See, 86. Even that would be scary to the downside. I'm not going to take it, but we'll see if it's going to be a winner or not. So it's supposed to be a winner, it has to be about 20 points plus a runner, and you're looking at a 50-point stop loss. So this would be an insane, insane inside bar. Getting ready for the plunge. Unfortunately, when it happens, it's probably going to happen. If it does, it's going to happen so fast that you're not going to be able to catch it. It's just going to be sitting there watching a knife fall. Well, we didn't break the inside bar to the downside. We pretty close. It's at 86. Don't like it to the below that. I'm just going to sit there and watch it. I'm not going to take this into that 70 area. Got to wade through the murky waters. Yeah, I'm not going to take it into the murky waters, man. We gotta wait till and see if we get through those 60s and 70s. There's a lot going on in the 60s and 70s. Hmm. Fish Stuff said that's a point of control. We do have a my bull bear line sitting at the 68. Look at this crap, man. It couldn't even back-to-back inside bars here. Definitely a crazy sign of chop whenever you get inside bars just constantly printing back-to-back on the 5 minutes. I feel if we break those 70s, man, I just feel like we could go all the way down to 513. There's the first inside bar. God damn it. Got lucky there, guys. I hit my order, it didn't register, and so I had to hit twice. And on inside bars, we only look for 10 to 20 points. Back at the previous day high. I'm sorry. Yeah, previous day high. The red lettering across the chart here. This is a manipulation up, so be careful buying the breakout, guys. So we just got our quick 10 points and this thing can come crashing back down below the pivot and that previous day high. So be careful here. Still got a minute left on this candle. Ugh. Pivot and previous day high sitting at 60 and 70. This could easily come plunging all the way back down, guys. Because remember, it's always very tricky around that previous day high. Look at this nasty freaking, what's that, like a 20 point, a 90 point wick. How much time we got left? 10 seconds. All right, this is the retest here. So you want to retest the previous day high. This is where you need it to hold. If that doesn't hold, man, it could just be a waterfall back to the downside. And this could just be a trap candle. Oh, like I said, you don't want to lose the 60s if you're long bias. I haven't entered off an inside bar in a long time. That was an inside bar. Welcome to the trap. It is very easily could be a manipulation trap up here for the people jumping in long up here above this previous day high, man. This previous day high, I swear I've gotten burned multiple times trading that previous day high. As right now, it looks like our runners are going to get stopped here. Try to be low a couple of these wicks. Woo! We're right below the 52. I think hit 49. Oh, it's going to come now. It looks like it has too much momentum. That was just a trap. Looks like a trap candle here, guys. Oh my goodness. Mm. Who's going to win here? The Bears and Bulls are battling. Guys, we only have about 5 or minutes or so. We're only 5 minute, Dom. What do we got? A minute and a half left. I don't think we can handle a second push down here, guys. Oh, goodness. So it looks like we're going to at least be 1 for 1 on the fundeds. We're going to be red in one funded and green in the other. So we're going to be up. Depends on how much we make on this next trade. We at least got a guaranteed 125 locked in. We had to make up that $70 red that we're in a while ago. Remember we took those little losers a while ago, so that put us like $80 in the red. So we had to make up for that red. So we had to make up for that. I could close it now and be up $200 because we're up about $80-$90 in this runner. I'm trying to hold on to see what see if it at least run this high or print another candle, then we can start moving our stop loss up to previous day high or even this pivot. I mean, I would even be okay closing it out, even for $200 on the fundeds. You think? New 5-minute candle here. Just for you, but we'll put our take profit at 733. See if we can possibly get those that 737 that you're talking about. Oh, dude, if you had a yeah, man, you had a banger morning this morning. Shoot, I'm over here on the I was struggle busting it this morning. Right now, we have about 30 points locked in on this trade, on this runner here. We're up right now 47, 46. I'm, man, I was thinking that we would run this previously 4 hour candle up here. What, 64? Nice, man. You said oil was at 86. Something's fishy. It might be at 20. Oh, shoot. All right. Runner may get stopped out here, guys. We're pushing our way back below that pivot. The last line of defense is going to be. Actually, it needs to probably be below 55. We're going to be trading with the Methodical Man on My Funded Futures for anybody that wants to join us this morning. So we can talk about all of our losses. Sounds like Methodical Man was getting worked over there. Thank you, Rule. Yeah, it would be my daughter's first kid. There's your 60 bounce there, right off the previous day high. We're just going to go ahead and lock in 30. I don't want to take another bounce off that level. We're at our kind of cutoff time right now anyway, so. All right, so we locked in 30 on that trade. Didn't quite get the bigger move. We finished with 180. Like I said, unfortunately, we had to make up for the $80 we lost. So we're going to be still in the red, 130 on that funded, and we'll be up 180 on that one. Because remember, that's that one I took a loss with a while ago. So unfortunately, that puts me back to need $1,000 to make another $1,000 payout. Man, we just cannot get away from that freaking. We've been kind of stuck at this 52,600 for minutes, and that other funded we're sitting at 26,000, 1,500. So we need $1,000 in both accounts to get $1,000 payout, or 1,000 each. But I mean, that's the best way if you want to do it, man. Just don't try not to over leverage. Especially if you got a good balance, because you could just go on like a nice 10, 15 point day, winning trade. I know it's been rough the last couple of weeks with rollover and FOMC and options closing and whatever the crap this was today. So this was tough. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you want to join me and Methodical Man on My Funded Futures, we will be over there in about 15 minutes. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in a few if you're joining us.